I asked a few friends, Korean friends and foreign friends working here, like what it's like to work, like how was your interview, like what kind of questions they asked. So that helped me a lot. I think working here in Korea, you should be open-minded and eager to learn because you're going to a new company, let's say. Hello, my name is Rafaela. I'm from Brazil and I've been living in Korea since August 2019. Right now I'm working, as I mentioned, at Funday Korea Networks in the marketing department, mostly with their new project, Job Pass Korea, proofreading and translating marketing contents for the company. So I spent a year and a half in Korea back then as exchange student, 1 year studying only Korean, and that's when I met my husband. We met here in Korea, but shortly after I had to go back to Brazil to finish my undergraduation. So I spent 1 year and a half back in Brazil finishing my studies, and it was difficult being apart. We did long distance for about a year and a half. So we decided to get married so we could be together, and we chose to live here in Korea because we believed that here would have better opportunities, like working opportunities for both of us. So I major in executive secretariat back in Brazil. I do really like languages. So my major had 60% of the subjects were related to English. So I studied from beginners to translation, and it's something that I really enjoy learning. So I studied Korean. I started studying Korean because I wanted to, because I enjoyed doing it, not like because I had a goal to do something with it. So I studied Japanese and Chinese before as well. Again would be the Korean language skills, especially when preparing for a job like writing resume. Korean resume is also different, so how do I write, what words to use, and Korean like the appropriate like Korean for interviews. That's something I really try to search about, like how can I talk about myself in Korean. So there's things that worried me. What I tried to do, first I tried search on internet, Google. I think everyone goes first, like to Google, what do I do? But I couldn't find much information. I found a little bit, but they were very few information. So I asked a few friends, Korean friends and foreign friends working here, like what it's like to work, like how was your interview, like what kind of questions they asked. So that helped me a lot, like get more information, made me feel a bit more at easy and prepare better. Well, that would definitely be Korean language skills, I would say. It's very tough. I've studied for a little bit more than a year, like put together. But the Korean skills you need to work at a company, they're a little higher. So I do have a higher level of Korean right now, but not really like grammar or mistakes that I worried, or like spelling. It's more like which words to use, like how not to be rude. That's something I'm really worried when looking for a job here, and also like the work environment, because it's very different from Brazil. So it's something that really worried me about, like how to behave inside a company here, which in Brazil it's kind of more relaxed, like the greetings even with your boss. So that's something I really want more information about, and I couldn't find much information on the internet for that. So there would definitely be the topic, the Korean Proficiency Test. I think it helped me a lot when getting like the job, because it's a paper showing your skills. So with working in Korea, I would definitely suggest to study Korean a lot and to apply for the test and get a level, I'd say at least 4 above. Maybe 3 would be okay, it's already intermediate, but the higher you go, the better and more opportunities I think you have. Working with proofreading and translations, I would definitely say Korean and English are essentials, but I think working here in Korea, you should be open-minded and eager to learn because you're going to a new company, let's say, but it's very different from your home country. If you have no experience before, it's going to be different, so you have to be open-minded about that. It's probably going to be hard for a lot of people, So be open-minded about that and eager to learn, and not just about your day job, but also learn how the company works, like coworker relations and these things that I heard it's very important here in Korea. So I think this is also a thing you must think about it. I think it's not like essential. I think there might be a company that's looking for a very unique expertise or unique knowledge that a foreigner might have, and at this time, like Korea might not be very important for that company. But I do think that knowing Korean will open more opportunities to you when looking for a job here. There is one actually, he has a YouTube channel also. He's an entrepreneur. He started his business here. It's Nicholas from Nomad. I heard about it because my husband watches a lot. The reason is because he's also married. His wife is Korean, so he married a Korean. He's living here. Despite in the beginning his Korean was not very good, he did like build a programming education like platform. I don't know the details, but I know that he started a business here, so it would be interesting to hear his story. Well, I have about, I would say, 5 years of experience in Brazil, but here in Korea is just beginning my work experience. I'm really excited. So I hope that with the experience that I'm going to build, I can start my own business in Korea as well, or maybe somewhere else, I'm not sure. I know looking for employment in Korea, it's not like very easy. I've been there, but keep going, don't give up, and I know you too will get there.